Hey guys, I had some good questions overnight from the 2 videos I posted yesterday, and I wanted to start off by answering some of those questions. One of them was a very nice guy that asked, what happens when you can't get dollar video games? Because it's just not possible where he's at. Well, when I would have to look at the area, because without knowing like what's available and how much is available there. So we're going to get into regional items, right? So it may not be about pawn shops in that area. It may be about test and measurement equipment. There could be more iPods and iPads available in that area in the pawn shops. It could be there are different types of dollar stores in that area. So the scope gets pretty big when I start running it down, trying to decide, well, what kind of advice can I give? So where I'm at, I do it this way. Where you're at, it goes back to the research on the products to figure out what's local in your area, right? Before you get into regional products. Regional products are the type of stuff that, like Chupa Chups seems to be always a topic of conversation on like every YouTube reseller's channel, that you can pick those up in dollar stores for $1 and they sell on eBay for $6, $7, $8, whatever. You can get bigger bags of them. There are countless thousands of those items that come in. Those Chupa Chups are made in Canada, right? So this goes back to going out, finding distributors, setting up agreements, moving yourself into distribution. And most of us don't have that kind of money, right? So there's 2 sides of what I do, right? So I like to talk about, I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy finding products to buy and sell. And the ones that always come to mind, I'm always looking for video games and toys and specific types of jeans, clothing. You can expand into the clothing line. We can talk about more specific stuff from, suits and blazers, ties. But everything everybody else does. So all the things that every YouTuber talks about, it doesn't matter who that YouTuber is, all those things sell, right? To begin with, there's only 50 or 60 people on YouTube making resale videos, and a lot of those products are pretty quick moving items. I particularly like networking equipment. So I'm always looking for routers, wireless routers, switches, hubs. That's the kind of stuff that I like. When you have a few $1,000s available, you can move away from the dollar item. So I point out video games because you can go into a pawn shop and you make a deal with a guy, and you can get yourself, 25, 30 games. They sell quickly, right? So even if the pawn shop says, well, I know this game's selling online for $15. Okay. And you still got it in your store. And you don't have it online. So in our area, we have Cash America pawn shops. Cash America pawn shops don't sell on Amazon, and they're well aware of what the pricing is. Let's just say they had an account and their account got ruined and they got shut down, right? I can go down the list of pawn shops that have had their accounts ruined on Amazon, right? I have an Amazon rep that I work with because in my normal business, I do enough money where I have a rep. And when you have a rep, you can talk about plenty of things. And one of those things is when other people are screwing up or they come in on top of your products, or whatever the case may be, there is a point where even online, as large of area as that is, you have to be aware of what everyone around you is doing. I know what everyone around me is doing in all the spaces that I'm in, whether I'm in household goods, I'm in health and beauty, I'm in electronics, cell phone accessories. So understanding exactly where you're at market-wise. So there's a point where when we're dealing in a few small items, so I back up. So at home, I deal in a few small items. So I go back to, I enjoy the hunt. It's fun to go into one of the dollar stores and find 10 bags of Chupa Chups, and I spend $10, and I'm gonna put them up online for $60, and they're gonna sell pretty much by the time I get home. Like, I can get home and I can just go ahead and package them up. That's how quickly they sell. And I have not once ever gone out and approached a distributor to bring in thousands of bags. For one, I would be in direct competition with my local dollar stores. And I don't want to put myself in a position where their buying power exceeds my buying power, because it's not going to make any sense to go jacking around and trying to push prices up on something that's a much bigger market than I can control. So you can control your own market, your own pricing, your own space, right? When you go trying to get in league with the people that can spend tens of millions of dollars, you typically will find yourself in a position where you can't buy that product, right? So I don't want to go and bring it to anybody's attention, because if I go and I'm trying to do anything with, it doesn't matter whether it's Chupa Chups, I can go down the list of whether it's Cisco and Linksys. I got into it one time with OtterBox. I've been into it with manufacturers, and it's not a good place to be, because what happens is at that moment they have a lot more power. They simply go to Amazon and eBay and go, listen, nobody's going to sell OtterBoxes. So I don't know if anybody's recently tried to sell an OtterBox, but you'll find that it's impossible. And you're not going to sell an OtterBox on Amazon. It's restricted. You can put them up on eBay and they sell for like $1, because this is supply and demand. There's more supply than there is demand. So it's those types of situations that get you in a bad way, and that's what you don't want to happen, right? I'm also clearly, I mean, I don't have to point this out to anybody. I'm driving, so and frankly doing a poor job of it. Trying to hold my phone and drive at the same time is actually proving more difficult than I realized. I watch all these people make all these car videos where they're talking to the car and driving down the road. Well, they've got mounts or whatever. Well, I don't have a mount, because I don't make car videos. My car can drive itself to a degree. It has an auto assist lane guidance, so it'll keep itself in the lane, and I can let go of the steering wheel, holding my phone, let go of the steering wheel like this. But it's not like it's going to make corners or anything. It gets pretty testy. Anyway, so when you're looking at different types of items, what you want to look at, you can go on Amazon, you can look at the top items, but we both know that top items is a flooded space, because that's what everybody does. So it's not about, sales ranking is based on volume movers on Amazon. So when you go on there and you look at something that's, oh my gosh, this has got a sales ranking of 30, which happens to be the sales ranking of Texas Instruments TI calculators, sales ranking 30. I bought 10 of those over the weekend while I was camping, as I think I was talking about that in one of the videos I put up yesterday. And they sold like we got in the car, and my wife's like, let me just put them up, and she, boop, 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 scans them up, and all of a sudden, ding, 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 and I'm like, stop matching low price. Congratulations. Right? They sold so fast. We paid $10 for them, and they sold for $28. So we got to make a little bit of money off the calculators, which was pretty nice after fees and shipping. I want to say it was like $12-13. Amazon fees were pretty ick. So that was exciting. They sold too quickly, but these are a few examples, just a few, and clearly everybody wants more ideas of products. So I'm gonna do my best to start making videos that are direct about products and sourcing locations, types of stuff that you can get. I'll break down the differences in regional, local, and nationwide items to help everybody have a better understanding of what they can go after, what they can get. How much money you have is a result of how much money you're going to make. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep the questions and comments coming. I'll do my best to answer them, and like and share, and all that stuff if any of my content helped you in any way. Thanks so much.